All right, let's hop into another game with Mono Blue Mechtitan. We're going to go standard unranked because this deck cannot stand up against some of the really powerful decks in ranked. I managed to get my rank up to diamond, and that is a very rough, very rough bracket to be competing in. A lot of strong decks there. We're gonna keep that. Got some ramping. We can make a play happen here. Gonna drop the Moon Snare prototype, turn 1. Start to increase our mana capacity here. Now, do I want to play Artificer or Reckoner Bankbuster? Might want the Bankbuster to be able to draw the card. I just want to be assured that I can draw the second card next turn because I need another land drop. Okay, that's fortunate that we got that. Very nice. I think we'll aim to have Reality Chip configured onto Automated Artificer next turn. I think that's what we'll do here. So we'll tap that, and we can't tap this yet, but we can tap this and this. So next turn, we can play Tezzeret. I think we might want to play only the Network Disruptor here. Or I want to reconfigure the Reality Chip, come to think of it. Yeah, we'll keep that island so we can play it. Very nice. I think we'll play the Patchwork Automaton. Pass things over to our opponent. That's nice because now that can start getting big. Okay, our opponent foretold something, so I have to assume the worst, which is some sort of board wipe. It might not be, but it's a good idea to assume the worst in that case. I have a feeling a board wipe might be coming. So hopefully we can get to a Mechtitan core as soon as possible. We're going to cast the Reality Heist that's on the top of our library, should we get the choice. Okay, it looks like this guy did not cast a board wipe, which means that he's going to be under some pressure next turn. We're going to cast a Reality Heist as late into his turn as possible. We'll take that. We're going to cast the island off the top of the library. See what we have beneath that. I think we can play a Silver Raven there. We'll scry that island off the top. He counters the spell. We are going to cast Tezzeret the Betrayer. I think we're going to...
I have no reservations about cutting down my opposition.
I think we're going to draw a card for free first. Good, because now we know that, okay, we'll probably be able to discard that that artifact there. Yep, we'll discard the Silver Raven. I think we will play that Bankbuster. Or you know what, we'll play Mechtitan. Yep. And I will attack with these two. Right now I will leave the two blockers open so I can protect Tezzeret. I have Mechtitan and I need 4 other vehicles or artifact creatures. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 right here. Although that would unconfigure the reality chip. But I mean, that might be fine. It looks like this one's about wrapped up. If our opponent doesn't do anything wild here. It really doesn't look like they're going to. Okay, they're not even attacking Tezzeret. I'll let them do that. Because I'll probably just earn back that life with Mechtitan, so I really don't care. Yeah. Okay, we're just going to activate this right now. We should have taken a mana from Automated Artificer. Whatever. Let's see. I'm gonna play the Bankbuster just for a couple extra counters. Is he gonna counter it? Okay, we still get the counters because it's whenever we cast a spell. It doesn't have to resolve. Draw 2 cards. We'll probably discard the reality chip. We're just seeing what we get here. Yeah, just get rid of that. Attack with everything. That's most likely game. I don't see what our opponent's going to do here, so I guess they can just press one of 2 buttons. There you go. Concede or no blockers. Thank you. Good game. Nice to have a win with Mechtitan. That wasn't the most powerful deck that we faced against, but it's nice to have a win there. We'll go in for another game. I enjoy playing against decks that aren't super powerful like that. Mine isn't super powerful either, this mono blue Mechtitan. That's why I take it into unranked. It doesn't stand a chance in ranked where I'm here in between Diamond 4 and Diamond 3, getting a few wins in a row and then getting handed a few defeats in a row. Getting beaten down to Diamond 4 and doing it over again. And that's with a much more powerful deck. But I like playing this Mechtitan here in unranked. I'm having fun doing that. I think we can keep this hand. Got a play, we've got a Bank Buster. Let's see, I don't think we need an island. Patchwork Automaton, we'll keep that. We'll definitely, well, I think we'll keep that on top, yeah. And we'll play the Artificer. A2, right, yeah. Our opponent's looking at our creature, which tends to indicate removal, although it does not. Alright, very nice. We have a land here to play. I kind of like that. I think we can play Mechtitan Core because we happen to have access to 5 mana total here. We have 3 lands, 1 Moonsnare prototype, and the Artificer who can use his mana for artifact abilities, which is Mechtitan, so it looks like we're going to be able to activate it. Now, he does have Halana and Elena down, beefing up his Ice Shaper here, so that's good. Let's see if we can do anything. Halana and Elena does have reach, but we have trample. So he can block it, but his Halana and Elena, his very valuable creature there, will die. Yeah, I think he made the right call in not blocking. So he can keep distributing +1/+1 counters at the beginning of each combat phase. That is a very strong ability there on Halana and Elena. I like that card a lot. Great card. Let's see what our opponent does. They are thinking for their main phase. Ooh, that's a good card too. Tovalar. Very good. But will he attack so he can draw a card? Because certainly anything he attacks with is doomed. So Wild Man, does he have some sort of play here? Because I'm blocking that. Yeah, I don't know what he has. If he attacks with everything, honestly, I'll block with Halana and Elena so things stop getting so powerful. Now it looks like he has to block here. I don't see much of a choice for him, so this is nice. We get rid of Halana and Elena. And we take them down to 3. They have some big creatures on the field. Let's see what they do. Now it's nice that Mechtitan has vigilance, because not only can we attack and gain 10 life on our turn, but on our opponent's turn, we can block and gain another 10 life. So he is very threatening, not only attacking, but blocking. And that is great, because to deal 10 damage to our opponent and gain us 10 life, then on our opponent's turn, gain us 10 life, to swing the life advantage 30 in our favor for every single 2 turns, or for every single, full turn of the game. That is extremely valuable when it is up and operating on our side. It's very valuable. I can't see what else to do besides just win. I'm going to not get greedy here. Just going to swing and see what happens. Okay, it looks like we lost our Mechtitan. Silver Raven Scry. We'll send back anything that isn't a Mechtitan core, because we wanted that back up. Let's see. We are going to activate this to draw a card. And then we're going to pass it to our opponent, so we can have untapped blue mana for their turn. We're only going to play a reality heist, but they may not know that. So perhaps they will tiptoe around any perceived threats. Killing automated artificer is good. Fortunately, we just got that mana. Oh man, Halana and Elena. That's good. The only thing we can do at this point is get a Mechtitan core, and I may wait a turn. That's not the best. We're going to play Patchwork, Network Disruptor. We want a whole bunch of counters. I think we're going to be attacking with our little guys. All right, the opponent resigns. Good game. I really like those cards the opponent was playing. Halana and Elena partners, giving +1/+1 counters and haste to their creatures. Tovolar, whenever they deal damage to us, they draw a card. They didn't get to pop off with their Tovolar, fortunately, or I'm sure they would have won. That was a good game. I'm happy to take that one. Very happy to take that one. Let's see how we fare in the next. I'd like to thank you for sticking with me this far. And if you haven't already, I would very much appreciate a like and a subscribe. It goes a long way, helping a novice YouTuber such as myself gain some stats and You know, just feel kind of good, feel a little sense of accomplishment that, hey, I did something. Someone out there likes what I do, they gave me a thumbs up. So if you could do that, if you would be so kind, I'd very much appreciate that. We start off the game with a Silver Raven. We scry seeing a Mechtitan core on top of our deck. We leave it there because that's our guy. That's who we want. Looks like we're going to play... the question is, do we play Patchwork first to start pumping out a big guy? Or do we play Automated Artificer first so that we have 4 mana next turn? I'll play the Artificer. Will I attack? Yeah, we'll attack. Why not? I like those deck protectors. Those are nice. Oh, our opponent plays their own Patchwork Automaton. Very nice. Okay, we'll keep Otawara in our hand. It's the only one I have, so. Okay, it looks like next turn, we can play 2 Mechtitan cores.
Once my partner's plan is complete, I'll have what I want.
We'll have access to 5 entire mana next turn. That is significant because that is the activation cost of Mechtitan core. So, if everything goes well, and we don't know that it will, but we could have Mechtitan core in 2 turns, swinging. Play an island. I think we will swing at Tezzeret with that, and do we do it with Patchwork Automaton? I don't think he wants to block. I think I am going to swing with that big guy because I don't need him. I can lose him and still activate Mechtitan core. So if he wants to double block and lose a bunch of stuff, he's welcome to it. I am happy to block. I'm happy to deal that damage.
I'll enjoy making you regret this.
Okay, so far this is good. All of our guys need to survive for us to play Mechtitan core.
I need results. Keep working.
Our opponent discard 2 cards there. Plays a Patchwork Automaton. Very nice. I'm going to assume he just drew that because he played an Iron Apprentice first. If he didn't draw that, he would have played the Patchwork and then the Iron Apprentice. Well, looks like we're going to go right into Mechtitan core here. Going to crew it. Or excuse me, not crew it, we're going to activate it. Going to select the 4 artifacts or vehicles. Or excuse me, artifact creatures. Our opponent says good game. We're not going to trust that right away. We're going to attack. Straight to the face. I don't think any of Tezzeret's abilities will win our opponent the game within up. Destroyed our creature. Now that's a nice top deck. However, we will quickly morph back into a new Mechtitan, so that's perfectly fine.
My next breakthrough is close.
Our opponent's going to hit us for 4. We would take that either way because getting into Mechtitan would be much better than losing one of our creatures and our ability to get into Mechtitan. He has lifelink, so we'll make back that life and more with one hit. Let's see. I think we're going to drop Otawara. Going to play our own Tezzeret.
Facing
We're
me
not
is
going
choosing
to
death.
activate
How
its
foolish
ability
of
this
you.
turn. We are going to activate this Reckoner Bankbuster on our opponent's turn for free. I think right now we will activate Tezzeret to make our flyer a 4/4, or better yet, make our Patchwork Automaton a total of 5/5.
This is what real progress looks like.
We are going to ram our Automaton at you, and yeah, and at you. I think he'll block.
Too little, too late.
He's more than welcome to kill our Tezzeret. I just want him distracted from killing anything else. It's fine, that was his only card. He has no cards in hand. Perfect. Okay, well, not gonna lie,
My
that's good.
toys will keep
That's
you
a big,
busy.
beefy Patchwork Automaton, but I'm not sure that's gonna be enough. And I think our opponent knows that as well. Yep, they didn't even attack with it. Now we drew Surge Hacker Mech here. I like that because we could deal 6 damage with it right now. It's perfect to build into a Mechtitan core. Now, do I want to do that? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. We're just going to, I think we're just going to do Mechtitan core. I was debating tapping Reckoner Bankbuster, but I figure we'll just win the game. Ironically, in debating it, I didn't save any time. Alright, good game opponent. He said GG. I appreciate that. I like it when people say good game. Thank you. I try to myself. Good sportsmanship can go a decent way in keeping the game experience fun, enjoyable, respectful for everyone. So I enjoy showing good sportsmanship. I enjoy having it showed back to me. Thank you, opponent. Very nice game. Sometimes I have a little bit of an attitude, but I always try to have good sportsmanship. Oh wow, that's a lot of lands. But we have a Reckoner Bankbuster, so we can be drawing 2 cards per turn. I like that. That's why I like Reckoner Bankbuster, because it tells me that I'll be doing more stuff per turn. Most good decks aren't limited to doing one thing per turn, or we're not limited to doing whatever we top deck and that's all. A lot of good decks have the capacity to draw extra cards, sometimes every turn. In with spirits, great card for Selesnya or Naya, whatever, maybe even Gruul, enchantments or spirits. Great deck. I think we're going to go with Patchwork Automaton. I think we want that guy to have a nice beefy guy who can attack as soon as possible. Next turn, hopefully we can play Patchwork into a Reckoner Bankbuster, attack with 3/3. Looks like that'll happen. Play this Patchwork, and then we'll tap it for the Moonsnare Protocol, because that's the one that can't attack. Reckoner Bankbuster for the counters. I'd play it in my second main phase, so that we'd have mana open for our opponent to wonder what we're going to do. But in this case, I'd like to swing with the extra damage. It looks like our opponent is playing Naya enchantments, Naya runes. Now all they need is that Rune Master, and they will be in business. Oh boy. Let's see if we can do anything about that. Oh. Trying to get our artifacts as beefy as we can, because we know that we're in for a hurtin' with these runes. Oh boy. We want that at the bottom. I think we want Mechtitan core. We're gonna swing because, man, this guy can gain a lot of life real fast with that Jukai. All he needs is a Michigos and he'll be swinging for 5 already. That doesn't even count the runes he's got. Oh boy, here we go. Oh boy. Okay, well we'll keep that Otawara up because we might need that to mess with our opponent's tempo. Alright, so hopefully we can play a nice Otawara. If our opponent puts all their eggs in one basket, like maybe they stack a whole bunch of runes on the Jukai Naturalist, we can send it back to his hand and that will be fatal. Yep, he's already stacking the counters on the Jukai. Everything he points towards the Jukai makes it a better target for Otawara. When I play this deck, I try to spread around my +1/+1 counters. And I try to spread around the damage and the power and toughness as much as possible. Our opponent is now tapped out. Let's see what they swing with. They have 13, so they do not have Fatal. Oh, I was really hoping for something there. That is not what I wanted to see. I was hoping for a land, or excuse me, I was hoping for a 2 or 1 costing creature. We can't play Odawara. Looks like we are going to, looks like we might lose the game here. I don't see how we survive. Let's just attack. I don't think we're going to live, so let's just attack. Probably shouldn't have blocked with Silver Raven, because that could block a fat Jukai Naturalist before it gets a rune of Trample, whatever that one's called. Might have lost the game there, but I honestly don't think I'm going to win it. Oh boy. Well, if he's going to go out, then go out in style. Let's see it, buddy. Pop me for 20, man. Go ahead. Good game. I assume that he can play the Runeforged champion into, you know, runes and runes and runes. We'll say. So I know the Runeforged champion will at least allow him to go find a rune, so he should be able to play at least 3 spells. Okay, well, that was good. We only have one real thing to do here. I guess we can Into the Winds on his Jukai. Keep that untapped, although it does have haste. So maybe in that case... I can't really attack for more than that, can I? Let's say. 10, 11. I guess I'll crew this. Okay, I guess that's it. Wow, I didn't think I'd actually have a chance in this game. I was so silent in disbelief that I was even playing it right now. This deck is so powerful. Let's see if he can give this thing trample and get it to 11 or more power. He certainly has the skills to. This deck can do it. Will he? Okay, that is an expensive start. Opponent is now tapped out, but they do have everything they need to play free runes. Of course, the Runeforged champion bringing the cost to play runes down to 1 colorless, and Jukai reducing the cost of enchantment spells, which the runes are, by that 1 colorless, making them free. He now has 1 in hand. Can he get her done? A haste rune on the Runeforged champion would be it. Yeah, there you go. That's it. Good game. We'll hit resolve all in there. Okay, well that's 17 damage. So let's say I can block the Jukai Naturalist, it looks. Let's say. Oh, good game too soon. For some reason, I was convinced this had trample. Maybe that's because I'm so used to my own always having the Rune of Might on it. So something we can do here. So we have this play. We can return target artifact, creature, or enchantment. We can return this Jukai to his hand because he's got a whole lot of investment into each one of these things. The Runeforged Champion has 2 counters and 2 runes on it. The Jukai has 8 +1/+1 counters, so we have some good options here. Let's play our Mechtitan core. Let's activate that. I think I want another draw there. I think now we're gonna up. Might have messed myself up there. I don't have enough. We're gonna see what our opponent does here. Because if both of their creatures can't deal lethal, we can use Otawara for a sneaky extra turn, possibly. We'll see how that goes. I think our opponent might be on to that kind of shenanigan. Oh boy. Now our opponent has 2 mana, but they cannot replay either one of those. So I'm going to go ahead and Otawara the Jukai Naturalist. Okay, let's see if we can do this here. Looks like we should be able to get this done. I guess we can just tap that. Don't think it matters here. Or actually it does, because if we attack with Jukai, yeah, that would affect how they can double block it. Let's see. I guess we'll just activate the Mechtitan core. And this is nice because if Mechtitan core comes back, since we have a network disruptor built into it, that's a good thing to have activated when it comes back. So let's see. I'll attack with that. And you know what? With the Jukai too, because if he wants to block, if he wants to trade, that's a good trade for me to get rid of a generous visitor. Yeah, if he wants to double block that, that's a good trade for me. Fortunately, our opponent doesn't have those whenever you play a spell. Oh, there it is. Whenever you play a spell, he's going to be able to put a +1/+1 counter on target creature starting again next turn. Man, that's good. It looks like our Mechtitan's in trouble. Fortunately, when Network Disruptor comes back, we will tap the Runeforge champion. I think we can keep that at this point. Might be useful to have that. So you can see when they destroy Mechtitan on their turn, that Network Disruptor is very helpful in mitigating some damage. Because that would have been a nice swing for our opponent to hit us like that. We're going to use these to tap the mana for a rank in our Bankmuster draw. We're going to play that Network Disruptor. So that way, when they destroy our next Mechtitan core, we have two Network Disruptors hitting the field, and we can tap 2 of their really large creatures. That is a lot of damage mitigation. That is good stuff. I'll get rid of that one. We'll try to bring another Reckoner Bankbuster down to 0 counters, because that gives us a pilot and a treasure token. We will attack with that. No, we'll attack with the pilot also. -1. Up to 20 life. The ideal scenario here is that we block any one of our opponent's creatures that does not have 10 power. So Mechtitan deals damage and lives. That gives us 10 extra life to play with this turn. I don't know how well things are going for our opponent if they played another Runeforge champion. We'll say. I mean, things aren't going bad for them, but I mean, I'm playing Mechtitan. They should have won already. So they can only successfully attack with Runeforge champion if they're not going to do anything else. Wow, okay. This is looking a little unwinnable for us at this point. There's really only so much that this deck can do. And short of getting a reality chip and getting some patchwork automatons out on the field and then casting all of our artifacts. Okay, this is honestly looking like our opponent's game at this point. And good game. There it is, trample, there you go. Yeah, now I can't make a 6, yeah. Our opponent got everything stronger than Mechtitan. There's nothing much else we can do. I'll let them attack. I'll block something with Mechtitan just to see how that goes. But either way, I'll just resign even if I live the hit. I'd like to see if they can beat us right here. Let's see. Block this one. We'll get killed. Oh man. And then we gain 10. We're at -2. Good game. I said it already, right? Yeah. Good game, opponent. They did it. They got all of their attacking creatures stronger than Mechtitan. They all had trample, lifelink, and they beat us over the head with them. Great job, opponent. Very nice. Good job using the combination of Runeforge Champion and Jukai Naturalist to make all those runes free to cast and then casting a whole bunch of them when they had that saga on the field that lets them put a +1/+1 counter on a creature every time they cast a spell. Man, I like to see that. I'm very happy that they got their combo off. Good job, man. Good job, opponent. Good game. I think we're gonna end it here. We got a couple. What was that? It was either 2 or 3 victories with the Mechtitan core. I don't remember exactly how much I played. We had a good showing with Patchwork Automatons. They did some work in some games. The reality chip helped get a whole bunch of cards on the field. Tezzeret did a bit, not too much. The deck just feels like it takes a 1 or 2 turns too long to really get going, or at least get its foot in the door to where it's difficult to stop. It needs something else. And I'm hoping that the expansions in the near future will give mono blue artifacts and mono blue Mechtitan something it needs. I like the Surge Hacker mech, and I hope to open more because this is removal in well, since it's colorless, it's any colors removal, and we need that here in mono blue. We really like the reality chip giving us access to all these cards, but man, we really need something to get this deck going off 1 or 2, maybe even 2 turns earlier, because I really feel like I just can't close the deal against the better decks. And that's why I keep this deck in unranked. Well, once again, that was Mono Blue Mechtitan. Thank you for joining me here. If you could leave a thumbs up on the video and tell me what you like, I'd appreciate that. It all counts and be very encouraging to me. Thank you, and we'll see you next time with more Mono Blue Mechtitan. Take care.